Alrighty, y'all. Welcome to Joe's Retro World. Today we're going to talk about what custom firmware is best for you and your PlayStation 3. Alright? So as you can see, I got two video going right now. It's because on the left, I have my PlayStation 3 Slim. And on the right, I have my PlayStation 3 Fat. Now, this is not the backwards compatible with PlayStation 2 Fat version. It is just the PS1 and PS3, but it is the fat one with the doll, two USBs, ports in the front. I will have a description. The thumbnail will show the two different versions, and I will have the model numbers in the description. Okay, so I jailbroke them both, and it was just by accident that I actually jailbroke them both because my Slim was already jailbroken a while back. I did a video. It's actually a pretty popular video. And I showed the little benefits of what that HEN back then, that 4.88 HEN jailbreak actually did for that PS3. Now, it worked, and I was able to burn, PS3 games to it using the disk drive. I was able to put PlayStation 1 games on there and play them, but it was always glitchy. So I didn't really care that it was glitchy like that. Sorry, wrong controller. So you can see there, right there on the left screen where it says enable HEN. Now that's the other thing I didn't like about that HEN was that if you want to use it, every time you turn on your PlayStation 3, you literally have to enable it. And you have to make sure that it goes through the little check through the internet and it says welcome to the PlayStation 3 HEN, and this and that, nah. And then once you do that, then you're able to have your package manager and your multi-man. Now, the multi-man is the most important part of your jailbroken PS3. So if you're only able to use HEN, this is what the HEN is capable of. It can play PlayStation 1 games, but it doesn't play them very good. It's sound audio, like your emulation, whatever it is. I don't know why. It's just not there. It sounds, you can hear clicks and pops in the audio. The interface is the same, almost basically for both. Okay, they are a little different, but as you can see, I have all my games here. They don't show nothing because I haven't set it up correctly. But yeah, it works. It works okay. So if I wanted to play R type, here's my game. I hit X on it. Okay, and it's gonna do its thing. But the only issue, like I said, is gameplays wise, it is good, but there's just that clicking in the audio, and I don't have audio hooked up to it right now. But yeah, here is the game. That's what it does. Whenever you enable a hand and then turn on multi-man, you go ahead and you see your game right here because it takes you back to the screen. You're like, what happened? Did I do a mistake? No, this is the way it does. And then you just hit X on the game. Sorry about that. And then it'll start playing. Well, when I did this back almost a year ago, something like that, and I used that old firmware, the 4.88, man, the games ran like shit. I mean, they ran really, really shitty. It glitched and glitched, and I hated that. And so I really didn't use my PlayStation 3. Well, by accident, I took the stupid hard drive out like a dummy. And when I did that, it made me to automatically update the firmware, okay? And so I freaked out and I didn't know what to do. And so when I looked it up, you have to just get a USB and put a PS3 folder with an update folder with the update in that folder. You know what I'm saying? You got to make those folders. But all the videos I have in the link down there in the description will explain how to set up everything, update your console to the new 4.9 firmware, everything, and do all that. Yeah, but I'm just explaining the what happens and shit. Okay, so I took it out, messed it up. I thought it was frozen. I thought it was ruined. So I went ahead and uploaded it with a USB with the new update 4.9. So when I did that, it deleted the jailbreak that I had originally did before on the system. The hard drive was completely wiped. So I lost all my games. I lost everything, but it was fine. It was like a brand new clean PS3 Slim. So then I updated to the 4.9, update Sony, firmware. But then I decided to go ahead and see if I can go ahead and put the new Evilnat, Cobra custom firmware. But it still wasn't compatible, so I had to put the HEN. Now every PlayStation 3 is capable of running HEN, okay? Every single one. But if you're able to run the Evilnat, sorry, the Evilnat Cobra custom firmware, then do that one. Do that one right away because that is the best. The best. I mean, it just runs way better. Okay, the games run way better. They're all 100% compatible. I've had some games I didn't want to play on the enable HEN, and that kind of sucked. But it is able to install to every single one. So that's a benefit there. But the con is not all the games are going to perform like you want. Okay, now if you have a PlayStation 3 Fat, like I do right over here, you can put in the Cobra one, okay? And when you put that one in, your menu actually changes, okay? And so it'll change to, wrong controller again, to this menu, to where you have more options because before you had to turn on your PlayStation 3, enable the HEN, just to see all these different files, the package manager, and then the multi-man. Well, here you don't have multi-man, but you use this Managun, and then you have this PSP remaster launcher that allows you to play PSP games. Yeah, I can play PSP games. Now, only 2 out of 10 so far have played, which was Blazing, this one right here, this game, and then what was the other one at Capcom? No, there was a arcade game. But anyways, it gives you File Manager. It also gives you Webman. Now the Webman is where you go and you load it up and you can actually see the games that you have. So here you can see all the games that I have. But it sucked because none of the games played. I don't know if I did the settings wrong or what, but the PC Engine is what ran and the Blaze Blue ran for my PSP. And then over here, these are my PlayStation games. These are all the PlayStation 1 games that I've had on here that I put on my backup on. And they play beautifully. All of them play except for, let's see, one. I think there's one. Now you're probably saying, what are all these copies? These are the BenQ files. It is how the game is divided up to. That's how the ISO file looks like, okay? So it plays PS1 and PSP games, and it actually runs way better than the HEN version of the custom firmware because the best game that I have to show it is Harmful Part. Now, I'm going to go ahead and run it. And it'll play perfectly. Let me set this camera up, or at least adjust the. Let me see, hold on. I shouldn't have paused it. You can hear the PS3 rev up. Hold on. All right. So listen to the audio on here and see if you hear any kind of glitching because there's never nothing on this. It plays so perfectly. Turn it up. Now this is Harmful Park. This is a beautiful game. This is the English version translation. If you can find it, play it. I suggest it because, oh my God, it is just an awesome game. Put it on easy mode and then beat it. But yeah, here we go and play with the PlayStation 3 Fat. Alright, that's another gameplay. So, the system, hold on. Okay, so the system's able to play PS1 just fine. As you can see, it sounds great. There's no glitching, there's no popping, no nothing. Now, this is what I've experienced from the Evilnat Cobra custom firmware. Now, as for the enable the HEN, now the HEN custom firmware, that one I did not care for it. Every single game have some kind of a glitch, and it sucks because it's the only one that's compatible with every system. So, in my opinion, I would go out there and look for a PS3 Fat that is decently working, because those are the ones that are susceptible to, you know, the red ring of, well, not the red ring, the yellow light of death or the red light of death on these two. You know, they could fry and stuff. And that does suck about them. But they are a better option when it comes to jailbreaking, because the PlayStation 1 games run really, really good. And the, oh, what happened? So there's something else that happens right there, though. It does crash. And as you can see, it actually crashed on video right now. And so the only way to get it is to actually sometimes hold the PS button in the middle of the controller and hope that it tells you to turn the system off, or now I'm going to have to go and hold the system down. So I'm going to hold it with my finger until it beeps. I'm still holding. There it goes. So it turned off. It does that. That's one thing you're going to have to get used to. Once you do custom firmware to both systems will be susceptible. See, I love that intro. Evilnat. Look at that. That's cool. Okay. Yeah, I know. We man up there being updated. Yeah, I don't need a restart. I don't need to do none of that. I'm going to go back to the mana gun. That's it. I'm trying to launch it again. And it should launch. So as you can see on the left, it's been playing just flawlessly. Nice. With no issues. Shows that he signed in. So let me go over here. I'm going to quit the game to the left screen. This is the PlayStation 3 Slim. I'm going to go put the same harmful part. And I'm going to put some headphones so you can hear the gameplay. And just hear how ugly it sounds. It actually sounds pretty ugly. So I like this interface. When you turn on Mana Gun, it can show you all your games that you have: PS3, PS2, PS1 games. This is how it shows them. I love it. It shows the cover art. This is an awesome cotton game. This one runs awesome. I'm gonna let it play in the background just so y'all can see it. Oh no! I wanted to show you PlayStation PSP game. So yeah, this is a PSP game. You launch it just like that with the X. I'm gonna wait for that to load. And while that's loading, I'm gonna go over here to multi-man. I'm gonna click to open it again. The HEN is already enabled, of course. On the PS3 Slim, I already enabled it. But you have to make sure it's enabled in order to use multi-man. It just won't run without it. I'm trying to do this all in real time so that you can get a very clear understanding of just exactly how these custom firmwares work. So I go ahead and just click on X on the game. It's going to try to launch it now. It's going to tell you what do you want to use. Always use the PSP remaster to the left, the yellow one. It's already chosen anyways. Let's see. So it wants the name. Let's put a name. Let's put that. There you go. Is this correct? Yeah. Of course. We're going to go put harmful part. And this is on the PS3 Slim, the harmful part on the left screen. And that's the one I want y'all to hear. Hear just how bad it actually sounds. So I'm going to turn the audio off. But that's a PSP game right there. Look at that. And that's crazy that it plays. It looks so good. Let me turn the light off so you can see. Yeah. That's a PSP game. That is insane. And it's running off of PlayStation 3. Yeah. That is trippy.
Please select your account like manager block A.
You are too dangerous.
Just like the PSP, baby, but on the TV. I love on this game because they talk shit to each other. A lot of shit. Oh shit. They're even mad. It wasn't the prettiest, but yeah, you get it. All right, so let's mute that one. Just hook up the other side. All right, here it is on the HEN. Alrighty, y'all. Okay, so I don't know if you were able to hear some of the glitching. It wasn't as prone as it was last time, so could be the ROM file, could have just been something. But the HEN does not run as good. It does. The new update, the 4.9, does run a lot better, but I do prefer the Cobra one, the Evilnat one. So both of them are capable of ripping the PlayStation 3 games to their hard drive. And that's what I did with the Slim. I got actually 3 games on there. Let me see if I can pull them up real quick. And yeah, there they go. So yeah, let me show you on the screen real quick. So yeah, I burned Call of Duty, Black Ops, Gran Turismo 5, and Ninja Gaiden. I put all of them on the hard drive, and it's crazy because you can actually see it right here. Let me show you. So as you can see, it actually shows a controller, a little PlayStation controller, and an HDD right here. And that means that it's in the hard drive. That's where it's at. Just like if I would have downloaded it. It's pretty cool. It doesn't have that background. But it plays just regularly. Plays the same way. Let me set it up so it can look better. Okay, so just like before, once you click on it and it initializes, it takes a little few seconds. It'll bring you back to this screen and it'll show you this. Then you just click on the game. You can play your PlayStation 3 game straight from the hard drive. You don't have to worry about going and getting the game out of the drawer and putting it in. So if you get one that's broken, there are ways to upload your PS3 games over internet and USB. drive, so that you can just play them just like this. So yeah, I highly recommend you jailbreak both systems, all the versions, any versions, but PS3 Fat does have the advantage of having the better custom firmware with the Evilnat Cobra one. It just runs way better. So, but yeah, check this out. I love it. It's crazy the way it plays, y'all. So okay, y'all. I'm gonna go over here and finish this video and go and play some PlayStation 3 games and play some PS1 games and PS2. And y'all probably wondering why I have the PS3 Fat hooked up with component cables over to the CRT TV. And the reason for this is because the PS1 games, they really do look better to me on a real CRT TV. Okay, that's my opinion. To me, they look way better than being played in high def on a flat screen TV. So I have the option of playing them on original hardware CRT TVs. Okay, and they look great. The camera doesn't do it justice. Trust me, cameras never do these CRT TVs justice because I got a per broadcast and video monitor down here, and it's just way sharper than this TV. But look at that. Look how crazy good that is. Scan lines, baby. Scan lines upon scan lines. All right, y'all. So until next time, peace and much love from Joe's Retro World.